Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to Common English Mistakes. Don't just learn, improve. So today's video is going to continue on from the last video, looking at reported speech. Today we're going to look at reporting verbs, or sometimes called speech verbs. These basically have the same meaning as say and tell. You use them to report what people have said, but they've got a little bit more specific meaning and grammar. For example, promise and refuse. So one that always causes a bit of problems is up here. I encourage you to visit my city, but I discourage you to visit in August. So just pause the video, try to correct the sentence. And well done if you said, I encourage you to visit my city, but I discourage you from visiting in August. So when you encourage someone and say, yeah, you should do this, you encourage someone to do. On the other hand, though, when you discourage someone and say, I don't think you should do this, it's not a good idea, you discourage someone from doing. And this is why reporting verbs are kind of difficult. There's no real reason it's this way. There's no clear pattern. It's just one goes with one structure, the other goes with another. So you can either say them in a sentence, just like this, or you can report what others have said if they're encouraging and discouraging. For example, you should enter the race. He encouraged me to enter the race. Then I wouldn't go hiking alone. She discouraged me from going hiking alone. And the structure is the same. So what we're going to do now is a little activity I like to do with my students to practice these two confusing structures. Over here, I've got 5 activities, just using both structures. Pause the video and write, say, or discuss whether you encourage me to do them or discourage me from doing them. And hopefully you said, I encourage you to eat my national dish. I discourage you from having 10 coffees a day. Certainly discourage you from smoking 20 cigarettes a day. I encourage you to drink lots of water. And I discourage you from running when you're injured. So now we're going to look at some other common mistakes people make with different reporting verbs. So just pause the video, look at all of these incorrect sentences here and see if you can correct any of them. And well done for the first one. If you said with warn, you warn someone to do, but usually it's used in the negative. And a negative to infinitive is just not to do. So the waiter warned me not to touch the plate. And then for the next one, with the verb explain, you never, never, never explain someone. You never have a person or a pronoun after the verb. Either we say explain that, and then it follows the same rules for reported speech, which we looked at last video, going 1/10 back. So she explained that the museum was closing soon. Or if it's something short, just a noun, an object, explain something to someone. He explained the problem to me. And it gets slightly confusing because you can explain to someone that and then a full clause. But if you have just 2 objects, the problem, me, it's always going to go in the order explain the problem to me. For the next one, the structure is correct, deny plus verb ing, but the meaning is wrong. And people often get these confused. Deny is for when something bad happens, like a broken vase, and you say, it wasn't me. I didn't do this. He denied breaking the vase. Whereas here, you want to say, I'm not going to do this. I won't do this. I refuse to do this. Refuse to infinitive. So, our son refuses to eat vegetables. For the next one, with apologize, it needs to be apologize for plus verb ing. So, the company apologized for not sending my package. And the final one is probably the biggest mistake I see. I'm always going to cover it. I'm always going to remind people because it happens again and again. Suggest or recommend, either with that, and then we're following the same rules of reported speech, but easier, more natural, just recommend, suggest, plus verb ing. So, he suggested watching a movie. So as you can see, it's quite a difficult area of English because you have these verbs and lots of different rules with how you use them. But hopefully you knew some of these already. These ones you don't have to worry about. But what you want to be trying to do is testing yourself a lot by typing into Google, reporting speech verb exercises. There's lots of material. Anything you're not sure about or get wrong or don't know 100%, write it down, study these ones. This is how you're going to get better. This is how you're going to master what is a notoriously difficult area of English. Anyway, explanation over. As ever, guys, I suggest subscribing to my channel and encourage you to do so. And when you do, I will thank you for subscribing. Do make sure you do that, guys. It would be much appreciated. So when you're ready, let's practice and improve. Just pause the video. Look at these sentences here. First think, what is the person doing in the sentence? Are they encouraging you? Are they denying something? And then write, say, or discuss using that reporting verb and the rules which we covered in today's lesson. And just assume they're talking to you, so encouraged me, explained to me, etc. And well done. If you said the first one, that's refusing, so she refused to work on Saturday. Next one, that's a suggestion. He suggested going to the cinema. The next one, there's danger, so that's going to be a warning. He warned me not to approach the dog. And then the last one, I would say they're saying you shouldn't do it, but it's not as strong. So discourage. She discouraged me from driving 12 hours in one journey. And now just do the same for the sentences here. So the first one, this is an explanation. Explain to me that, and then the same rules as reported speech. He explained that the sauce would burn if I didn't stir it. Next one, she's encouraging me. So she encouraged me to ask Becky out on a date. Then the next one, something bad. The person's saying it wasn't me. Deny. He denied telling my secret. And finally, this one, they're saying sorry, apologizing. She apologized for forgetting my birthday. And finally, today's question. Talking about tourist things, interesting activities, what would you encourage me to do? What would you discourage me from doing in your city or country? Do write your answers in the comments, guys. A good way to practice this structure. That's basically it for today. This video isn't going to make you perfect on this. Neither is any other video. It is kind of on you guys to Google reporting speech verb exercises, practice them, write down anything you get wrong, don't know, and make sure you study those ones. I do really encourage you to do that. If you do it, you will get better. Other than that, I'll see you for another video in the next couple of days. So until then, see ya.